Hello Kaiju fans, welcome back to the Kaiju World Order. My name is MM, and we got some news here, or really more or less toy news. So before we get into the stuff I really want to talk about, Super 7's Ultimate Godzilla 54 reveal. The marketing team over at Toho, look, alright, I don't want to sound like a boomer, but this marketing is dumb. Like, it's dumb. Not saying anything bad about the figure, because I do think we should wait and see more of it, some more renders, accessories, what it can actually do. But I've seen some complaints that I'm just going to address right now, and I just don't know what the hell people are talking about, including the body looks too similar to the other ones. Y'all realize Godzilla has a pretty distinct body shape from the very first movie all the way to the very last movie that was made. Giant, reptilian, humanoid, spines on its back, lizard monster. Sometimes with ears, sometimes without, sometimes 3 claws, sometimes 4. Doesn't matter, it's always the same basic design. If you can't look at the body shape of that Godzilla and tell that it's not Heisei or not Kyugoji like the other ones are, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't. And for the head, again, I want to see some more of it, but someone did say it looks like the Snickers Goji from the old commercials from like 2014, and now I can't unsee it, and I would actually love a repaint of that. So Super 7, if you're listening, Snickers crossover, do a repaint of this with the Snickers Goji colors and maybe a Snickers bar, and I'm sold. I'll definitely be picking it up. But as a basic 54 figure, no, I'll be skipping this. It's nothing against a figure, even if it is like good. I just have so damn many 54s, I don't need another articulated one. So if you want a good 54 that's not gonna feel like it's gonna break in your hands, like, you know, a Monster Arts, this will probably be your best bet, unless Haya does one, which I'm sure they will eventually, since everybody does a 54. But okay, now to the fun stuff. Flying Megalon 2023 revealed as a G-Store exclusive Movie Monster Series release. Awesome. I love this Megalon. I really do. I like it a lot more so than the Gigan of the previous year. It still looks like Megalon. It still sounds like Megalon. They didn't change up a bunch of stuff for no reason, just to be edgy. It's just a really cool Megalon. So now that we're getting another figure of this one based on the flying form, I'm excited. I wasn't expecting this whatsoever. I didn't think we'd see any other merchandise of this version of Megalon. So it does give me some hope that we will eventually see a Gigan Miles. We have Gigan Rex, and that was released back in 2022, I believe it was. And then, of course, the previous Megalon in 2023. So if they are going back and doing a flying form Megalon, maybe we'll get a Gigan Miles as well. Miles was included in one of them fan polls to decide the next Movie Monster Series release, but I believe the Giant Condor one, which I still have a conspiracy theory that that's the reason why they haven't done any more polls, because the fans memed a Giant Condor figure into existence, which is cool by me. But I would like to have a Gigan Miles figure. I'm not a huge fan of Gigan Miles design or Rex at that point, but I would like to have a representation of it on my shelf along with Gigan Miles and Megalon 2023. And really, if they're doing flying form Megalon, you would think they'd also be doing an atomic version of their Gemstone Godzilla figure. Remember that this Godzilla has a very unique beam where he turns white and fires a white beam, which is a new color, so hell, I'd buy that. I'd buy the shit out of that. And that's just goes with a long line of upcoming Movie Monster Series figures that I know I've talked about before, either on the channel or on like servers or whatever, but you have a new Space Godzilla coming out where it looks a lot better than the old one, which was floating around for over 20 years, and they fixed that spine gap finally. There's a Godzilla 71 coming out holding Hedra's egg sacs, or the Hedrium sacs, whatever you want to call them. And then there's also a Godzilla 93 from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. debating if I want to pick that up. It does seem like Bandai's going through and doing every single variant of Heisei Godzilla, despite the very minor changes in each design. But hey, collectors are into that shit, and yeah, I wonder when we'll get a 93 though. But until next time, Kaiju fans, peace out, and Minya, take it away.
Says you should like and subscribe.